Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. I'm so glad you guys clicked on the video. Thank you for joining me. I'm out here at my survival slash bushcraft shelter. As you're going to notice, I've had to make some changes to it. Came out the other day and the shelter had a lot of rotten wood in it that was just crumbling and falling apart, so the walls were really unstable. This wall over here just completely collapsed, so went through and took everything but this back section behind me down and rebuilt it. Built up the back section because it had a lot of really good stuff in it. That wall was really secure, so I kind of used that as my starting point. I've changed the design of the shelter. I'll show you around in a minute some of what I mean. Built up the wall behind me here. I've got my Wild Venture tarp set up today. A little bit of a sunshade back there. I'm out here in the woods close to where I live for the afternoon. I've got a new pack that I will show you guys. I just recently got this from my it's canvas for my bushcraft pack. You've seen probably my bug out bags, and yeah, I just want to catch up with you guys, let you know kind of what's going on, and some stuff going on in life that's kind of making filming a little bit challenging to work around. But I'm glad I got out here today. Beautiful weather. We are really jumping into spring here in the southeast US, and not very humid. Around 70 today, so it's warm, very comfortable. Set this up as a little bit of a shade to be under. I'm gonna do a little fire, and I got some coffee with me, and just kind of catch up with you guys and show you around the new camp and how it's set up. So thank you so much again for clicking on the video. You will know that notice that the channel name has changed. I decided to change it to Viking, Bushcraft, and Survival. Now the reason I did that is the old channel name, Get Out Alive Survival and Bushcraft, was a bit of a mouthful, and I also feel like it, in the beginning especially, really focused more on survival, and that is going to be an aspect of this channel, but bushcraft is going to probably be the main focus of this channel. Getting outdoors for the fun of it, getting outdoors to camp and to do bushcraft projects rather than survival situations. I'm still going to do videos of that type. It's just going to be more of a secondary rather than a primary focus of the channel. Also, I'm a big fan of the older traditional ways of being outdoors and coming out and being outside, combined with a lot of the modern stuff we have. So I love how bushcraft in this genre combines those two things, with using axes and saws to process firewood, more of an old world traditional way. I love older medieval Viking era aspects of life combined with my interest in modern things. I love 4x4s and tent camping and a lot of the stuff that's offered in the modern bushcraft and outdoor world. So I really love the way those things are all kind of brought together now, so that's why I kind of chose the Viking, Bushcraft, and Survival. Plus there are some axes and tools and things that I'm going to implement into the channel later that have a very Viking heritage to them. Some stuff by Cold Steel and Condor that are straight out of their Viking series that I want to incorporate into the tools I use out here on my bushcraft channel. So wanted to make the name a little easier, and for the name to bring in kind of all my interests: bushcraft, old world, Viking, and medieval style tools and things like that. So I wanted to just kind of, that's why I went with the name. Vikings are something that in the last few years have really caught my interest. Their designs, their ships, their shelters, all of that very much so appeals to me. I very much so like their design and layout. So I am not claiming any kind of Viking heritage. I do have a lot of European in my ancestry, but not really anything Viking that I know of. That's not why I chose it. I just like the style and feel of Viking culture, and I want to kind of incorporate that into my Bushcraft channel. So I felt like between that and the name being a little bit easier to remember and to kind of stick with people, I thought I would, for all those reasons, kind of change the name to go with everything I want this channel to be. So today, I'm just coming out. I've got this new pack with me. First time really bringing it out. I've put some stuff in it. It's about a 30-liter pack. I do not remember who it's by, but I'll show that to you real quick. This is the new pack. Again, canvas, 30 liters. It's got some molly webbing on it. Main storage pouch right here actually opens from the side, and then it's got a larger compartment towards the top, smaller compartment down here towards the bottom, to kind of break stuff up a little more. And then I've got my Schrade axe that you've seen from my survival pack. This is the SCX, I believe it's 9 in their series. This is not the axe I wanted to have out here with me today, but the axe that I ordered to have out here for my Bushcraft projects still isn't here. I've ordered it from Amazon, and it's taking a really long time to get here. I ordered the Cold Steel Trail Boss as a kind of a economical Bushcraft axe. I'm not quite ready for some of the more expensive axes I'm looking at. I just wanted to get something kind of quickly, and it was a good price, about $35-ish. So I'm gonna get a little fire going. Like I said, I've got some, I just bought a jar, or a glass cold coffee with me. It's a little warm today, so I'm not gonna really do a hot coffee out here. But I got that underneath the tarp, keeping it cool. But let me show you around the shelter some of the changes that I'm talking about. So you remember, okay, so here's the back wall. That's a little dark underneath there, but there's underneath the tarp. And then you'll notice the biggest difference is here in the front, this has all been kind of downsized. I decided to go with low walls in the front here. Really built up the rocks of the fire pit to help protect some of that wood. But you got the fire pit here in the front, and then taller support in the back, kind of to have your back up against, make your shelter up against. And that's the new layout. So I was able to salvage a good bit of what I had. This stuff over here, you'll see, that's going to be used for firewood. I'm going to use some of that today and over the next few times I come out here for firewood, because that stuff was all just crumbly and rotten, and it needed to come out of the walls. I knew when I built the shelter, it was very much so a debris shelter, so it wasn't meant to last forever. This stuff right here that's in it now, it's a little bit more, for the most part. There's a few pieces in there that probably a little rotten, but for the most part this stuff is pretty good and solid. I tried to pick out from the pile the wood that was in the best shape and would actually stand up in the shelter for a while. But that's kind of the update on the shelter. Again, I had to change it because of the rot in it. It's been about a year since I built it, so a lot of that stuff that was going and kind of falling apart when I got it finally went this past winter. I think it just stayed too wet down here, and it kind of crumbled. But I'm gonna work on getting this fire going, and then sit down with you guys and catch up with you about some other stuff going on, and I'll catch up with you in just a minute. Alright guys, I got a little pile here of the Instafire that you've seen me use. I'm going to gather up a few small pieces here to kind of get this going. Everything's good and dry, so this shouldn't be too hard to get going today. But I'm going to get a few small pieces here. Stuff that I can get going. So, weather's been awesome these last few days. I'm actually off of work this week, so that's why I'm getting a little extra time out here in the woods. Work is one of the things that has been so hectic and crazy as far as being able to get out here and film like I would like to and get outside as much. Also, my wife is about 2/3 of the way through her pregnancy. We're having a little boy, and so we're trying to get ready for that. And so that's she's kind of wanting me to stick close to home right now, and I was gonna go do an overnight camp out up at her family's place a little north of here, about an hour and a half north of me. I got this pack and all this stuff ready to go do a camp out up there, but she kind of asked me for right now kind of stick close to home. She's still got several weeks to go, but it's just, I think she just feels better with me being around in case she needs me. So I'm staying kind of close around here. So I'm filming out here today. I'm gonna come down here and camp at this. I'm gonna set this tarp up again and come camp out here. So that way I can at least do an overnight or bring you guys. It is close to where I live. I'll be completely transparent with you. This is right down the hill from my house. This is the land I own, so it's just an easy spot for me to come film. I'm trying to, between her family and if I come up with anything else, I'm trying to find some other land that I can go shoot on, where I can have permission to get into some new spaces and some bigger areas, so I can take you guys along with it. But right now, this is the most convenient, easiest way for me to shoot. But I'm being completely straightforward with you. This is right up down here from my house. I do live out in the country, fairly surrounded by woods. There are a few other houses around me, but this is not as far out as I would like to be for doing a camp out and bringing you guys. So hopefully when things settle down with all that, I'll be able to go. I might see if we can work something out where she spends the night with family or something like that while I'm away. So hopefully that'll be pretty soon. But that's just some of the stuff that's making filming a little more challenging right now. I'm absolutely loving making these videos and loving doing this channel, but between working around work and family responsibilities, it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes to get out here and do some videos. So please be patient with me. We'll have more stuff coming, and thank you for all the people that have subscribed. This channel's been up for a little over a year, so I really appreciate all you guys that are subscribing. If you're new, please subscribe. I'm serious. I will have more stuff coming. I've got, like I said, another axe on the way. This pack now for Bushcraft. It's bigger than the pack I've been bringing out here. That Drago gear is a small pack, so I quickly reached capacity on what it could hold. It's more of a day hike kind of pack anyways. I knew that. So that's why I ordered this pack, 30 liter. It holds a whole lot more stuff. I can put this tarp in the pack it came with and everything else in there very easily. So let me get this going, and then I'll show you guys another fire starter thing I got not too long ago that I haven't shown you yet. Like I said, everything's pretty dry, so hopefully this will get going pretty easily. And I've got a lot of good dead stuff from the old shelter materials that I can burn today and the next few times I come down here. But like I said, I'll come down here and do a overnighter, so that way I can still do a camp and be close to home. And set up this tarp. I'll do a little cookout, and we'll set that up pretty soon. Hopefully I can do that. I might even try to do that before the end of the week. We're supposed to have some rain moving in, but if it's not going to be too bad, I'll still try to come out here and do that. Alright. That should be good and going. Let me set this up a little bit different angle. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got the fire going. Got my good old stump stool here. So, been some really awesome bushcraft channels that I've been watching for a while now. Actually, I've been following some of them for a few years. But a couple shout outs. Joe Robinette Bushcraft. His channel is just Joe Robinette. He is phenomenal outdoorsman. He is one of the biggest inspirations for me getting my channel going. Was first watching him and subscribing to him. Cheers. Joe, I have loved watching Joe's channel. His canoe trips, his bushcraft camps, everything he does. He does an amazing job shooting, editing, everything he sets up. His channel was a huge inspiration for me going ahead and starting mine, and wanting to do. I've been into survival and outdoors for many, many years, but watching him and seeing somebody be able to film and record and do what they love, he really inspired me to go ahead and get my channel up and going to start that. So shout out to him. So sorry about Scout. His dog, he had to put down a few weeks ago. Scout, I loved watching Scout and his videos and the bond those two have, so my deepest sorrow to him for that having to happen. I'm glad he had as long as he did with him. Scout had an awesome life. But best wishes to Joe and his family. Another one is TA Outdoors with Mike. TA Outdoors, he's located over in the UK. Another awesome channel. His shelter builds, he's been doing some, he's actually been doing shelter builds for quite a while, and all of them are epic. One of his newest ones that also helped with my channel name decision was the Viking house he just did. So that was an awesome video series that he did with Bushcraft Tools, another awesome bushcrafter and YouTuber. Dustin runs that channel. But just some great channels. There's several others. If you go to my channel and look at my subscriptions or my recommended channels, I've tried to have all those guys up there. Just awesome channels. They are hugely inspiring. I love watching them. They get me fired up to want to get outside and do stuff. So that's why I'm trying to get this gear and everything in place so that I can go do overnighters and do some more shelter builds. This is kind of what I'm sorry, whew, geez, smoky. This is kind of what I'm restricted to here, because I've used most of the dead wood around here. There's still some stuff, but this is kind of the shelter I'm going to leave for here. Now I'm going to do some other shelter builds when I start going to some other locations. I've got a couple ideas, one or two ideas for upcoming shelters I want to do in the very near future. But yeah, those guys have been hugely inspiring. Oh, also got this, if you can see it. It is tungsten carbide. It's supposed to be like a wolf's tooth. I thought since I was doing the Viking channel, we'd dress it up with a little modern day Viking gear. Nothing too crazy. I've got a couple other things I want to order to wear out here. Leather armband and a axe leather bracelet for this arm that I found. Nothing too much, just to kind of bring that flavor into it a little more. But yeah, I've got the hopefully Cold Steel Trail Boss on the way. That is going to be my bushcraft axe for a while. I want to do something. I've got several like axes like that I've got the kind of man-made handles and all that. I wanted to do a good wood handle with an axe head, with a decent axe head, and something that looks more bushcrafty, outdoors tool. But I'm just having a cold coffee today. It's a little warm out here, so instead of doing the way I've done the last couple videos of doing a camp cup and heating up water for coffee, I thought I'd just do cold coffee today because it is a little bit warm. It's around the low 70s, I believe, but just gorgeous weather. I've been wanting to get out here and shoot, and I was trying to wait on the axe to get here so I can include that in the video, but it's taking longer than I thought it was going to ship, so I will just get that in the next video. Probably on the overnighter I do out here will be what I include that in. Oh, speaking of gear, I want to show you guys this. So this is I can't remember the name of the company. I got this off Amazon. This is the pouch it comes in, but it is a fat wood kit. It's got broken up fat wood, some of the fat rope, and it comes with a little striker, comes with a little knife, ferro rod, and this striker with it, a little pouch on the outside, more fat wood sticks inside here, and it's just a fat wood fire starter kit. Really cool. I haven't used it yet. I used to use fat wood, very similar to this, when I first got into fire steel for starting bonfires. Where I used to live, I used to do that all the time. Go out in the evening, and I had a metal fire pit. Actually, the one that used to be out here, I had a metal fire pit, and yeah, I just get a fire going, cook up some hot dogs, and eat in the backyard, and it was a lot of fun. That's where several years ago, and that's where I really got into doing this. I'm gonna grab some firewood for this. I love this straight axe. The only thing I do not like about it is this sheath. You have to slide it down the body of the hand. You have to slide down the body of the axe, then off the handle. And it just catches. It's very tight through here. The only thing I don't like, well, that and the saw on the handle. I love the axe. I love the length and everything else about it, but I don't need this saw in here. It rattles, and this snap enclosure likes to come undone. If you're chopping wood. Ow! That hurt. Okay. But yeah, the handle likes to come undone, and the snap enclosure on the handle, and I didn't order it for the saw. I just liked the size of the axe. But I'm not crazy about the saw in there, so it's definitely a good axe. The saw feature is unnecessary for me, and I don't really enjoy it, so as you see, it cuts and ricochets wood off my head very well. But yeah, really great to be out today. I got some more of Wrangler's Outdoor Series, these pants. Same as the other ones. You see me wear the blue ones. Really good. These are really great outdoor pants. They're very comfortable. They move well. Very flexible for like getting down doing camp chores and standing up. I really enjoy these. They're great, and they're $25 a pair so far where I found them. Just a great price for a good pair of outdoor pants. Very resilient. I get out here in briars and all these low-hanging branches and shrubs that grow out around here, and I haven't had any problems out of them. So I've really enjoyed that. They've been a great pair of great couple pairs of outdoor pants, because I had some old Columbias from a few years ago, and I've kind of worn those out. I had several pairs of them. That used to be my kind of outdoor hiking, trekking pants, but I've kind of worn those out. So it's nice to get some new gear, some new clothes that hold up well out here. And for the price, you can't beat them. But yeah, I just wanted to come out and show you guys the shelter. The wild. This is a Wild Venture tarp. I forget what size I got this in. It's something, maybe an 8x10, somewhere in there. Like I said, I forget exactly the dimensions on it. It was a good sized tarp. I just wanted to do a little setup over the corner here today, just to set it up. But it's definitely got, if I could set it up over this entire end of the shelter and have it all covered. It's definitely got good room to get underneath, and a lot of configurations you can do with that. And that'll probably be, I'll probably use that maybe on one of these cooler spring nights, and then when we get into summer and more, which the bugs are already out pretty heavy today, but especially when we start getting into more mosquito season and stuff around here, I'm gonna switch over to a 1 or 2 person small tent, just to be able to keep bugs out at night. It makes sleeping easier. But I guess that's most of the updates that I wanted to catch up with you guys on. Like I said, I really appreciate your patience. Just hang with me. I'm going to try to start getting videos up a little more regularly if I can, even if it's just coming out here to shoot and do an overnighter and stuff like that. And then as I have chance, when I can go up to my wife's grandparents' property, that'll give me a chance to shoot more. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you're new, like I said, please subscribe. If you enjoy the outdoors, like Bushcraft, throw a comment down there if you like these videos. Also, throw a comment down there if there's something you'd like to see me do. If there's future videos that you guys would like me to shoot. Like I said, once I get to where I can go, they own several acres. Several acres, so hopefully I'll have a whole lot more area to go shoot. They have a lot of woods on their property, and a good chance to go shoot up there. So if there's something you'd like to see, throw a comment, stop in, say hey. I love hearing from you guys, and try to answer all your comments and get back to you as quick as I can. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the fire, finish my coffee, maybe sit under the tarp, get out the sun for a little bit. And really appreciate you guys stopping in. Like I said, I wish that axe had been here so I could have had the trail boss in this video, but hopefully in the next one. It's supposed to be here in the next couple days, so hopefully it'll be here in time that I can get it in another video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Once again, thanks again for stopping by. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, Viking, Bushcraft, and Survival. Really appreciate you guys viewing it. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.